here's Brody Brazil.
So I totally get it. Some of you are going to accuse me of only wanting to do this video because it presents a really good opportunity to test out the telestrator that I've just installed here in the home studio. And you know what my response to that would be? Yes, you are absolutely correct. That's definitely part of it. I mean, come on, look at this guy right here. He wants to do it. But I also thought it would be cool to take a look at what players wore on this opening night of the draft 2024 and how they officially went into the National Football League. The number one pick was Caleb Williams, the quarterback from USC. He's going to be a Chicago Bear. He decided to go with this interesting navy blue suit. He's got the shiny black dress shoes there. Notice there's no buttons on the suit. It's kind of an interesting zipper there. There's no pocket square. It looks like a couple crosses in the pocket there, if that's what it is. The wide lapel and the simple black undershirt. It's not even a full dress shirt with a collar or buttons, but I like it, right? He's at the draft in Detroit. Why not do something different, stand out, have some fun? And by the way, that's kind of a theme here as we address everybody. I want to see some personality. I want to see some flair. I mean, this is a fun night, a once-in-a-lifetime night that you will never, ever forget. Jayden Daniels was the number 2 pick. He goes to Washington. He was the quarterback from LSU. I don't know if the resolution and the color space works here on my screen to your screen, but he's wearing this kind of baby blue suit, which is just a perfect color, and it's got a nice contrast to the white dress shirt he's wearing, but it also really matches those boat-type shoes. Very cool with the two-tone look, looking very casual, no socks. I also want to say those pants are tailored perfectly. They don't really have a break in the pants. You can see he's not wearing any socks. That's obviously all part of the fashion. Just an overall really good look. And of course, Jayden Daniels going with the stunner shades at night. Well, there's a lot of flashes on those bulbs. So really nicely done, very classy. I think he's got maybe a timepiece on one side, a bracelet on the other. And again, the jacket is cut perfectly so you can see all of that. Well done, Jayden. All right, Drake Maye, quarterback of North Carolina, who's now going to the New England Patriots. And there's one thing I have to call attention to. I'll also be very careful as I draw it here. Drake Maye is missing a belt. That's right. Let me show it to you one more time. There's no belt, and that's a pretty typical traditional suit. I mean, if you're wearing a fancy suit that doesn't look like it needs a belt, or if there's not those belt loops right there, then you don't need a belt. But if there are belt loops, and it's a more simple, straightforward suit, I think you need a belt. A baby blue belt would have been awesome. Not to criticize too much, I like the tie. That's also baby blue, and the tie hits perfectly right there to where the top of the belt should be. But there is no belt, Drake Maye. So, you know what? You made up for it, though, with the Jordans. I like those. They match everything. Nice big watch on the wrist. And the suit has a nice cut. Maybe would have liked to have seen a pocket square in there next time, but overall, Drake Maye, I don't mean to be too critical. You got some huge shoes to fill out there in New England. And by the way, yeah, a no-break cut on those dress pants. So everything's looking sharp. All you needed, Drake, was a belt. That's all you needed to get a pretty high rating from me. Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, he brought it here. He's got the black on black on black look. Notice the tie, the chain, everything going on in there. But I also want you to pay close attention to this, and I'm not sure if the resolution and the color space shows it properly from screen to screen, but look at the pattern on his suit right there. He's got kind of like this like mosaic pattern that doesn't appear everywhere on the suit. You can kind of, I'm trying to circle the parts where it's most obvious here on my screen. It looks from afar, it looks like a simple, straight, black, dark suit. And it is until you kind of look in closer and you can see all that texture. That is so cool. That is so well done. He looks like he's got some sparkly shoes to go with it. And the shades, of course, to match. So a full ensemble, head to toe, a suit that's totally different. Got to be a custom job. Marvin Harrison going to Arizona, the wide receiver from Ohio State, definitely showed up at the draft in Detroit tonight. Joe Alt is an offensive tackle from Notre Dame. He's going to the LA Chargers. He was not actually at the draft. You can tell he's at the family watch party there. So I can't blame him for not dressing up. How weird would it have looked if he's wearing one of those outfits to his house and nobody else is, or wherever he's at? So it looks like he's got the quarter zip. I'm imagining it goes to there. He's got what looks to be a collared shirt underneath. These look like just typical golf or dress pants. So it's well done. It looks like he's business casual, and that's fine. It fits the bill. Plus, oh yeah, he's an offensive tackle, so got to be comfortable. And he was looking well enough for this situation. Malik Neighbors is going to the New York Giants. He's a wide receiver from LSU. I mean, first and foremost, look at that heavy chain popping out of the suit there. It looks like he's double-breasted on the suit. He's got the buttons on the both sides. He's got a pocket square, which has got some flash to it. I want to say whatever that pattern is in there, it's got some pop to it. I also really like the texture of the suit. It's got all the pinstripes in there, which you'll notice. Am I doing enough drawing, by the way? Should I change colors? Do you want a different shade? How about some teal in there? He's got, the pinstripe suit, which if you zoom in, you can see the texture. I always love this. The buttonhole, that's a different color. It's sewn in as a different color. Obviously, he's got the checkerboard shoes. Those have got to be what, Louis V, Gucci, something like that. And the shades to complement everything. And plus, he's got the pose. He's got the pose right there. He's the number 6 overall pick, but he's dressing like a number 1. There's no question about that. Some accessories here. And again, I like the cut of the jacket. It lets you see what's on the wrist, right? You got to show that off. There's no point in having a real fancy a piece of jewelry or wristwatch if the suit's going to cover it up. So Malik Neighbors getting a pretty high grade dressing up for draft night 2024. J.C. Latham is going to Tennessee. He's an offensive tackle from Alabama. And again, we're noticing, if you can see this properly, and hopefully the pattern on the suit here, it's almost like a wood grain pattern on the suit. Hard to describe, but very cool. It stands out. It's unique. It's classy, but it also adds that extra cool element. It looks like he's got a JC emblem there on the lapel. That's also pretty neat. And yeah, JC wants to show you, the wristwear right there. I don't know the price of that watch. I don't know what it is. It looks expensive. It looks like somebody's car on his wrist to go along with the big chain, the big shades. JC knew what he was doing. JC came prepared for that photo. He had the pose and everything ready to rock. So well done by JC. I think out of anything else, like the suit stands out to me. That's one of the coolest parts. Okay, at 8 overall, Atlanta chose Michael Penix Jr., a quarterback from Washington. Now, Michael was not, again, at the draft. You can tell he's sitting on a couch. But I like what he did. He's very casual. He's got the baby blue, and I don't know the actual name of the color blue, but it's very summery, spring and summery type blue. The simple white dress shirt underneath. It's not buttoned hardly at all to the top, so it's not too buttoned up or too formal. Look at the shades, though, right? So you got the blue suit. It's a blue and white theme here. He's got the blue suit. He's got the white shirt right here. He's got the white shades up there. And I can't really see it head to toe because this is the only shot we have. By the way, I thought the coverage was interesting of the draft. Not all the players were there. Not all the players even had a good camera shot of their party and their celebration. So I didn't really get to see much more of that, much more of this from Michael, but that's how he looked. And again, I'll give it a passing grade considering where he was at and the circumstances. Not much else to say there. All right, Rome Odunsi goes to the Chicago Bears. He's a wide receiver from Washington. And Rome just tried to keep it simple. I mean, he's got the really cool dress shoes that are more like boots. I mean, it almost got like a heel in there. Can you see that? See, I can't really zoom in, but I can telestrate on it. Almost like how the heel kind of just goes up like that. See that? So he's got a little bit of a heel on his shoe. The bracelet, he's got a watch on, couple chains. He's got all the accessories and just a black on black suit. And it doesn't need a bow tie over here. It doesn't need a necktie down that way. It's just a simple suit. I really like it. In fact, it looks more like a tuxedo, to be honest with you, than a suit. And it looks like somewhere in there, Rome might be wearing a belt, as you should, to complement and finish off the outfit. And here's another thing. For somebody like Rome who is wearing all black, and you're wondering, well, why are all these players wearing all black? Because you don't know who you're going to get drafted by. And what if you were expecting like the Chicago Bears and you were dark blue or some type of red, Bears colors, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, somebody else, Cincinnati drafts you, hypothetically, I'm just saying. like your draft night, it doesn't coordinate with the team that picked you unless you knew that for sure. Going, dark colors or all black is the simple way to go. It's probably the smart way to go in the long term. So when you put on that hat, it matches everything else. Minnesota gets J.J. McCarthy, the quarterback out of Michigan. Now, you can't really see it here until he stands up, but J.J. is definitely wearing a turtleneck. And I don't know if it was cold or he was at, and I think he was, is he from Michigan? He was around there tonight. So maybe it was still a little bit chilly, but big watch. He's got the phone in hand. I think he just got the phone call. Kind of the sport coat here over, what appears to be a definite turtleneck for J.J. McCarthy. So I'm realizing I got to pick up the pace here. I'm only 10 in, and I've already gone like 10 minutes. So, okay, this is a name I've been practicing all night long, and I am still a bit nervous that I'm going to spit it out wrong. I'm just not a big college football guy, so forgive me if this still comes out a bit flimsy. Oluya Fashanu is up next here, and I'll show you what I think they just call him Olu. Can I just do that? The offensive tackle from Penn State, drafted 11th by the New York Jets. He was just so casual. Black polo shirt, black jeans, and that's him getting the phone call right there. So you know what? I don't have much to say other than the big smile on his face. It's so cheesy of me to draw. That's more than the outfit. He wasn't there to dress up. He's with his family. He's not at the draft. But he kept it simple. Like I said, just keep it with black on black. And any team that drafts you, when you put on that green Jets hat, it's going to work well. And man, just look at that. That is so cool right there. He's literally getting the message on the phone right there. So congrats to Olu, the offensive tackle again from Penn State, being drafted 11th overall. The Denver Broncos select Bo Nix, quarterback out of Oregon. Bo is also getting that good news. He's also got the smile on his face. All right, officially no more drawing on people's faces. I'm sorry about that. Just to analyze what he's wearing, he's got the two-tone outfit here. So it looks like the dark, either purple or navy pants. He's definitely got a purple pocket square. I see the wrist wear right there. I don't know what this band is all about. The jacket is an interesting pattern, right? It's more of a spring, summer-ish type sport coat. How many buttons we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 buttons there on the wrist. Is that 5 or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4. All right. The resolution on the image is not good. Again, he's probably at his house, and this is the only image I could get of Bo Nix, the quarterback going to Denver. But, it's classy, and I think this is, looks like that's either a white shirt or a purple-ish toned shirt to go along with the purple. So purple and light colors. Now, that kind of vibes with the Denver Broncos. Fortunately, it didn't clash with the team that drafted him. But yeah, not much more you can say about that. Brock Bowers goes to the Las Vegas Raiders. He was the tight end from Georgia. And I like this. Once again, it's a sport coat with that buttonhole that's got a little bit of an accent color there. I do like the color here. The sand-ish type, brown-ish type color of the jacket really pops here with the white dress shirt underneath. No tie, which is good. He's not buttoned up all the way to the top. He's got different color buttons right there. That's always a classy look. And it does look like there's a monogram right there on the sleeve cuff of the shirt. So you know that's an expensive, custom-made shirt. I've had the luxury of having a few of those. They do make a difference. And Brock definitely showed up and showed out. And you know what? He's again at one of those home watch parties, but he still wanted to dress up. So I give him credit for that. He's going to need those threads in Las Vegas. Taliese Fuaga is the offensive tackle from Oregon State going to the New Orleans Saints. He was drafted 14th overall. And this, I caught him in this image right here where I can't read what's on the phone right there, but literally it was the New Orleans Saints calling him up. And so I think he's looking at his agent right here like, what's going on? And the agent goes, oh, it's the Saints on the phone. Anyway, we're not here to really break down the moment, but I like the fact that he's got the lei on. He's got the family wearing the lei. Looks like the traditional celebratory shirts there being worn by the family. He's got so much family behind him. It is so cool to see. And all these players with their families, but you can tell that Fuaga kind of keeping it very traditional here with his family members. And man, they must have been so happy for him. I didn't get to see this full celebration after it happened, but I imagine that place just erupted wherever he was when he got the news. All right, the next one here is Latu Latu goes to Indianapolis. The Colts get the edge from UCLA. And double L's. I mean, showing us that he's got the custom suit. You know why? And anybody that opens the jacket, of course I'm going to use that picture. That's got to be, his middle initial has to be Y, right? LYL on the inside of the jacket. Here, let me do it in red here. I mean, you can see that already. I just wanted to use the telestrator. So cool that he's got that lettering matching those buttons right there. I don't recognize the belt buckle. I know that's an expensive belt. Is that Gucci? What are we, Prada? Is that a Prada belt? The suit has got a really cool texture to it. It's kind of got that like herringbone type texture. I mean, he definitely picked out this suit and had it custom made. Yeah, you can kind of see there on the pants like what the fabric is right there. That's very cool. The chain right around the neck on the outside looking good. The shades on. This one right here, this outfit checks all the boxes for me. That is very classy. And I'm telling you, those purple buttons to match everything purple on the suit. I'm wondering if there's a purple pocket square on the outside of there too. Latu Latu is definitely doing it right there, as he should. The Seahawks at number 16 get Byron Murphy the second. He's the defensive tackle from Texas. The shirt right here, and I'm imagining that's mom and dad, the shirt right there is almost, it reminds me of like a Louis Vuitton pattern, right? Is it a Louis V shirt? If it is, it's pretty cool. Those some stunner shades sitting right there. Obviously, he's already got the Seattle hat on, which is pretty cool. Is that a Gucci belt? The ripped jeans in multiple places, but all symmetrical. I mean, very, very designer jeans. And mom and dad have to be so proud. I mean, you know what? Hand around mom, hand around dad. I'm just assuming that's probably who's in the photo right there. What a cool moment that he's getting the news. He's going into the NFL with mom and dad right there. Again, I know this is all about what they're wearing in the threads, but how could I not stop and take a moment to see who he's with? So kept it casual, but dressy and fancy. I'm pretty sure that's a very expensive outfit. Congratulations to him on going to Seattle. Dallas Turner, dude, you brought it. The edge from Alabama is going to the Minnesota Vikings. Look at this suit. And he's almost got the sneakers matched with the money-colored green suit. We're double-breasted right here. He's got the pocket square that's fluffed out. You know, some suits need like just a real thin pocket square, but he's kind of like flaunted the fabric out of that. He's got the big boxy shades going on here. That looks like a gold-colored tie to go along with some kind of neckwear that I can't really see and I'm not familiar with right there. And I don't know if there's just garbage in his hands. I'm not really sure what he's holding right there, but Dallas has a lot going on. I just feel like the shiny texture of this suit is among the best aspects of it. I mean, the suit is the statement, and then there are some accessories that go with it. Like, you don't want to have this suit and then shoes that like try and one up the suit, right? You want to let the suit be the hero here. And I think Dallas has done that. So awesome choice of clothing. You're going to the draft. Again, it's that big night. It's a once in a lifetime thing. Amarius Mims goes to Cincinnati at the number 18 overall pick. He was the offensive tackle from Georgia. Now, Amarius, again, forgive me. Hopefully I got it right one way or the other there. Is at a house watch party, wanted to keep it simple, going with, black shirt, black pants. Again, I'm telling you, that seems like, why is everybody doing that? That's the smart play. You don't want to overcommit to one color, one this, one that. It looks clean. It looks simple. It is definitely the right way to go. It's absolutely what I would do if I were at my house here getting drafted, and well, that'll never happen. But big wristwatch right there, big chain to go along with it. So he kept it simple, kept it clean. Not a lot to say about that one, and I didn't really get him fully standing up. So I'm sure there's some pretty cool kicks for him too. Jared Verse going to the Los Angeles Rams. He was selected 19th overall. He's an edge from Florida State. And again, I can't really make much of the outfit here. Those look like baggier pants, more like cargo-ish type pants or jeans. Some type of black ensemble here under the jacket. But that's what I wanted to point out here. It's almost like a Florida State color color scheme when it comes to the jacket that he's wearing. And yeah, he is finding out that news. I mean, look at his eyes right there. Look at this. He's finding out right there his future in the NFL. How cool is that? I'll change colors here because I feel like, yeah, there we go. We need some yellow to stand out here. That's what he's finding out right now. He's got family members grabbing onto him, looking over his shoulder here. They're like, what is it? What does it say? Well, I'm going to Los Angeles. But anyway, the jacket here is what I wanted to point out the most. I think the jacket is probably the standout piece here. Very cool. It's just kind of simple. It's classy, but cool. Not too formal. Didn't want to show anybody up coming to his own party. All right, we get into the 20s here, and Pittsburgh gets overall here Troy Fautanu, the offensive tackle from Washington. Troy was also with his family. Troy also has the traditional lei around his neck and has a bunch of family members. And I don't know if those are grandmothers. I mean, I'm just guessing here. Could be, but some type of family relative. So cool that he was holding both of their hands as the moment struck. Family members all around. But yeah, he kept it quite simple. Again, black on black on black, all black everything, all the way down to the shoes. So again, kind of a conundrum when you're at home. You don't want to overdress because a full suit or a tuxedo, then you should have gone to the draft. And you also don't want to commit to a color scheme. That's probably what was going on here with Troy. All right, 21st overall, Chop Robinson. Now, I didn't get a good screenshot of Chop. There wasn't a great photo, so I apologize that he's kind of mid-blink there. But look at this jacket that Chop is wearing here. Oh, man. It's like a tuxedo-style jacket. First off, I mean, yeah, big chain, simple black shirt underneath, black pants to go with it. He's got some jewelry there. He's also got the cut. You'll notice the cut of the jacket. Like, see how the jacket ends right there? And then there's that sleeve, which kind of holds the jacket on tight. I think that's very cool because that right there is not his shirt popping out. That's his shirt popping out, but not right here. I don't think that's his shirt popping out. Well, maybe it is. Maybe that is his shirt popping out. Either way, I like the black accent touch below the blue jacket. I'm glad the jacket doesn't touch his arm down here, that the jacket is cut up a little bit higher. But look at the fabric and the pattern, that electric blue on his jacket. Now, he's going to the Dolphins. They're teal, so they're close enough to blue. It's kind of a clash, right? We were talking about. But I don't care. Chop decided to make a statement. Maybe it was out of respect to Penn State. They're obviously more of a dark blue color. But I love that electric blue jacket. And once again, the jacket is the statement piece. Like, you don't want to wear a pair of pants that try and overshadow the jacket. Let the jacket be the star of the movie in this one. It definitely caught some attention there. All right, at 22 overall, Philadelphia gets Quintin Mitchell, the cornerback from Toledo, and he kept it simple, right? And you can kind of see, here's kind of a theme again, all black everything, real fancy shoes. Those are definitely designer, but look at the little flowerish type texture on his pants right there and on his jacket. So it's one of those things where from afar, it just looks like a plain black suit. But when you get up close, it's got that fancy texture. He's got the pose ready to go, dropping peace signs. I mean, look at the smile, right? That is a made for the NFL smile right there. He's got a professional smile already. He's done this before. Kept it simple, chains around the neck, and that's another trend I'm noticing here. The chains kind of tucked in, almost like where a necktie would be, is where his chains are. But they're not. It's not tucked under the shirt. It's kind of tucked into the collar there of the shirt. Quintin Mitchell doing a good job, just looking sharp. Yeah, keeping it simple. Some like to go out and make a huge statement. Some just want to class it up. Now, Brian Thomas Jr. going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, a wide receiver from LSU. I am going to give Brian, how do I do this here? He gets the blue check award. He, in my opinion, if I'm dressing up and what I can pull off, which is not much, right? So I got to be pretty simple and straightforward here. But I'm giving Brian maybe the highest marks out of everybody. I didn't really do this by a grading system. I'm just going in order. I love the taupe color pattern on the suit. The fact that it's got some window pane fabric, and that's what it's made out of. He's three-piecing it. He's got the vest under there. He's got the darker color, but similar taupe color bow tie. And I'm not even huge on bow ties. I think a straight necktie would have been even better, but he pulls this off so well. He's got some, I think those are Louis V shoes that also match. Got something on the wrist here. I'm sure there's a big watch on the other side, of course. Stunner shades because you got to. But man, Brian Thomas Jr., Really brought it with the suit. Again, that is a sharp looking suit right there. That's a suit that a football player is wearing right there, but that is a suit that a very successful business person is also wearing. You know what I mean? That's the one for me right there. Like I said, if I had to dress up and do this, that's probably what I would try to pull off. Teran Arnold, cornerback from Alabama, goes number 24 to the Lions. I want to point this out here because, again, I've had a few suits like that. See what that is? That's a label that says made for. Oh, it's blue. I'm sorry, I wrote blue on blue. Here, let me try this again. It says made for. And then it's got Teran Arnold's name on there. I mean, obviously, it's got the photos of him with youth football. It's got the Alabama logo. I don't know what blank is. Forgive me for, again, not knowing, and I'm assuming he wore number 3. Or maybe that's a tribute to somebody. Whatever it is, it's very cool. And I'm also assuming that's his youth photo on the inside of the jacket. A custom-made suit. You get the label when it's a custom-made suit. You get to put anything on the inside that you want. You also get to choose the outside fabric. It's that like floral paisley pattern and almost has some like metallic colors to it. Now again, these are some pants that don't have a belt hole and a belt loop. You don't wear a belt with those type of pants. He's got the simple gray bow tie, simple white shirt here, white buttons, kept it simple with everything else because, again, you know why? Because you want to let that suit right there be the hero. And that's what he did. Teran Arnold, now that is showing up right there. The last one I showed you was more simple, conservative, more straightforward. This is letting it fly. And I really like how this turned out for Teran Arnold. Jordan Morgan, now I couldn't even find video of him celebrating being drafted. He made this video to send it to the Packers social media, which they posted. Now he's just wearing like a polo shirt. I also noticed here that like he looks maybe under the weather. Maybe that's what was going on with Jordan Morgan. I don't know, and I don't even want to speculate. I could not find him celebrating with people, so I can't find any video that shows him top to bottom from this tonight draft night celebrating, but he's the offensive tackle from Arizona. He's going to be a Green Bay Packer. So I don't have much to go on here. I apologize for Jordan Morgan that I don't have much. Graham Barton also, there's not much on him. There was some video, but from bad angles, so I just went with this still photo. He's just got a golf shirt on or a polo shirt or whatever. I mean, it's at least a nice one because it's got 1, 2, 3 buttons. Looks well made. There's not much more I can say about it, but he definitely decided to keep this simple. Graham is the center from Duke that's going to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Oops, forgot to clear the telestrator there. Darius Robinson. Darius brought it and brought it well. Again, another tuxedo-style suit. So he's got the black color lapel here to go along with this really cool, like purple, almost tie-dye pattern. He's got the jacket cut short there. I'm telling you, that's the style, right? To get the jacket cut short so you can see some shirt or see some wristwatch underneath. He's got the cufflinks going on right there. See, I'm still learning on telestration. I can't draw over things, but he's got the cufflinks going on there. Pretty big oversized bow tie. He's got the purple shades to go along with the purple ensemble here on the jacket. And you know what? The black pants, right? Like if you did a whole outfit of that pattern right there, too much. Way too much. This right here, head to toe, too much. But that for the jacket was perfect for Darius. All right, Xavier Worthy goes number 28 to Kansas City. He was the wide receiver from Texas. Looks to me like he's got, and I guess this is like a leather racing jacket. I don't know what to call it. I've seen it a bunch, and I know it's popular, and I know they're expensive and fancy. Look, it's got the zippers here on the sleeves. He's also definitely got some designer type jeans going on here. I can't really see what the shirt is or what's under the jacket. And yeah, he's getting the phone call. You know what? All right, I lied. I'm gonna do one more smiley face. He's getting the phone call right then, right there. He figures out that he's going to Kansas City. He's gonna play with Mahomes and Kelsey, and what a situation that's gonna be. He's gonna go to where the Super Bowl was just won for his training camp. So Xavier Worthy looking sharp. Again, he's at some type of home party, so you don't want to overdo it. Look, pretty simple, but dressed up, and Xavier definitely did that. All right, Tyler Giden going to Dallas, number 29 overall. He's an offensive tackle from Oklahoma. And Tyler also kept it pretty simple here. Just a black shirt, white undershirt, Dark jeans, definitely cool because they've got like some buttons there on the knees. It looks like the knees have their own little piece of fabric there. Pretty straightforward sneakers. Tyler didn't do a bunch here, but he's getting the phone call right here. He's being told that he's going to be a Cowboy. That's probably a pretty encouraging thing, right? Overall. So at number 29, Tyler is selected. At number 30, Baltimore gets Nate Wiggins, the cornerback from Clemson. I like this. I like it. This is totally different. I don't know what to describe this like denim type fabric but it's got like the white stitching, and I know there's some texture to that shirt, which obviously matches the pants. Man, we got jewelry all over the place. I got a lot of ice going on here. He's got those Prada shades. How do I know all this stuff? Look, he's got the Prada shades going on there. He's got probably a very fancy designer shirt underneath. So, one of those styles that may go in and out of style over time. I don't know if this look stands the test of time, but right here, right now, it's fancy. You know what that look says? I'm about to get drafted in the first round. And for Nate, that absolutely happened, so congratulations to him. Ricky Pearsall gets selected by the San Francisco 49ers, 31st overall. He's the wide receiver from Florida. Is that a bottle opener right there? I don't know what was hanging from his pants. It almost looks like how a janitor like holds their keys on their belt right there. I don't really know what was going on. He's got the chain already on, and how could you miss? Like he's the only one wearing a jersey. Now that's not a real NFL jersey. That's a designer piece of clothing. I don't know who and what 24 is. I'm just not familiar. So if somebody knows, you can let me know. But it's interesting. It's a total departure from what everybody else was doing. He, by the way, is at a party here where you can see some kids over here, but there were other kids standing over here in like floaty jackets. So like a pool party was definitely happening. And again, if you're having that as your event, you don't want to overdress too much. So Ricky Pearsall was going casual. There's the phone in his hand. He's telling people right now, he's like, we're going to San Francisco. So Ricky Pearsall, formerly of Florida, coming out to the 49ers. And then last but definitely not least in the first round, Carolina gets Xavier Legette, wide receiver from South Carolina. Xavier also has one of those jean or denim-ish type patterns with the white texture on it. Is that I see Louis V. How do you draw it? Y-V-L? Y-V-L? Here's what I'm going to do to me. Is that how you do it, Brazil? Is that I don't know. Too much fun here with the telestrator. But yeah, you can see Xavier's getting the phone call right there, looking down at the future of his life. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you know what? I kind of dig this. It works. He can pull it off. Again, the trend might be here and now. I don't know if it lasts forever, but it's a sharp way to go into the National Football League. Congratulations to everybody who was drafted in the first round and everybody that's about to get drafted in the following rounds. What a life-changing situation. And yeah, it kind of gave me the opportunity to draw a little bit with the telestrator. We can do blue. We can do green. Am I just going to have to show you like all the colors it can do here before I'm all done? So there you go. We did it. First telestrator video here in the home studio. Let me know what else you want me to telestrate in the near future, and I'll give it a whirl. That'll do it for this video. I'm going to try and draw thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh, see, look at it. I can almost thumbs up down below because you made it here to the very end. You know, I always appreciate that. It'll help me, this channel, and this video. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I promise the videos are usually better than this, but I'd love to see you back next time to prove that. So go down there right now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time.